Hey guys and girls, this is your host Trigger here, and I'm bringing you a battle of Brigandine. The battle is the Battle of the Mass. Now, for this battle here in particular, it was a very disappointing battle for me. It was something that I was kind of aspiring to do before, to try to, obtain a battle where, well, not necessarily battle, but the gameplay where I pretty much go flawless. After a while, I mean, it's very, very difficult. It's pretty much my second time playing through. Well, actually, it is the first time I played through this game. I've tried playing with some mechas, and I don't remember what really happened with the monsters. I wasn't keeping track whether I lost them or not. A friend of mine was playing with me too, but as far as this gameplay goes, this is all mine, and I'm trying to keep everything alive. And I've noticed that it's a whole lot more difficult to keep that kind of thing happening. In the regular North American version, you can do that fairly easily, even on hard. You can keep practically everything alive. I've done it once before with Norgard, maybe even a few times, but I do remember the one last time that I did it, and I leveled up practically every monster all the way, and I made a video about that of every monster in Brigandine, and I put that video out there, but I pulled that back. I pulled it out of my channel, and I put up 4 different little videos that show all the different color schemes of all the monsters, so it'd be a little easier to see. You don't have to watch the whole entire thing if it didn't apply to what you were looking for, but so far, yeah, that's what I did. But as far as this battle goes, just want to get back to it, and I just wasn't so happy with the fact that I did lose a monster. I wasn't even thinking about that. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about it. I guess I was so wrapped up in just thinking about killing off the monsters that I just kind of lost sight over it. And it was something I thought, my monsters were in a decent shape. I didn't think they were I didn't think they were bad off or anything like that. I think what I probably should have done right there is probably heal up that lizard guard. That might have been my saving grace right there. But I did not do that. I chose to move forward and not even think about it, not even look at the hit points and see what's going on. But so far, it doesn't look like anything's really that bad right now. I'm just trying to kill off their big monsters because right now I'm attacking Escalio, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Escalio down to 1 castle, and then I'm not going to attack them right away. I'm not going to finish them off. I'm going to go for Queen Leoness, finish her off first. And you might ask, well, why would you do that? Why would you bother going for the queen right away? Why don't you just kill off Drist? Everybody hates Drist, right? I think there are, a good amount of people that do like Drist. I do I do like playing as his country, and I know that he's got kind of a bad reputation. But there's times where I think that's kind of cool, and so yeah, I like to play as Drist, and I like to be that crazy type character when I play as him. I just like to let his monsters run wild and attack freely and not think too much about whatever lives and dies. But for Vinard, I like to try to use everything really strategically and make sure everything's going perfectly well, like a fine-oiled machine. And so that's what I try to do here. Right now, I think for the most part, I was just thinking primarily about keeping a, keeping a line there. And what I really wanted to do initially was I wanted to pull back some of my monsters, so that I wasn't in too much of a range for getting hit with too many magic spells, and I kind of like that. I just wanted to pull back. What I wanted to try to do is I wanted to try to create a crescent moon defense. I guess basically, just trying to make, like a kind of a C-shaped defense, offense type thing here. but I wasn't thinking so much about the fact that I've got my lizard guard at a pinnacle point here, and usually they are decent at that. But here's the thing, you know, they're attacking him and they're knocking him down pretty hard with some good red stuff. They got a centaur. I think they have magic they can do to him. And yeah, that's kind of going to be it for him. Poor little lizard guard. Sorry, man. I didn't think about your position too much, and it's a shame it happened that way. But life goes on, you know. So yeah, it was kind of a bad mistake. I should have definitely probably kept Gwingulin there and just healed himself up. And then he, you know, my lizard guard wouldn't have been at that pinnacle point. Something else might have. I think maybe, you know, Gwingulin himself. But I don't think Gwingulin would have taken too much damage, you know, considering that, you know, there were red creatures there and there wasn't really anything black to attack him. So I think that would have been probably the best choice. And so, you know, that's what happened. Lost the lizard guard. It wasn't necessarily my main team. And I know that, you know, I said I want to keep everything alive. And it wasn't necessarily my main team, but I want to try to keep everything alive regardless of whether it's on my main team or not. And that's kind of a challenge I try to do. And, you know, every time I play this, I kind of mentally calculate how many monsters I've lost. And so I think so far this is probably, I guess it's 4 or 5. I guess you'd have to, you know, go back and look at my previous videos to see which, you know, what the number is. I'm thinking it's 4 or 5. I think 4, you know, is the number based upon how many, you know, I lost that, you know, I had some, you know, that I had no control over. The 5th one, I think I did kill that one off kind of purposefully, and I can't remember exactly why. I think it was a mandrake. I think I tried to use it to paralyze a leader, thinking that, you know, the second shot definitely is going to paralyze a leader and it's going to turn it all around. Well, unfortunately that doesn't happen all the time, and you can't count on statistics or chance. You can't count that. You really can't count it all the time. So yeah, but I think that's pretty good odds, you know, as far as keeping monsters alive. The only different thing is here, the only difference is here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep everything alive, but what's really hard about this battle in particular is that I'm trying to kill off some of these really, really good monsters before I have to go and fight them. And I don't want to have to fight a whole lot of angels, a whole lot of demons, you know, a lot of high-level stuff. And yes, I did use a Divine Ray on the angel itself. It just seemed like the best choice. I could have hit Magdamagus, but I'm trying to kill off monsters, and he's really not even my target. I don't really have any other options with that angel. There wasn't really anybody else to heal that really, really needed it at the moment. So I just kind of went with that choice, and I got him low enough that, you know, I don't really have too many other things that can really hit it, except for the Hydra. And, you know, if the Hydra's not going to kill it, then I'm definitely going to have to use something more. And so that was kind of the choice as far as that goes. You know, definitely I could pull around my Freedy and shoot through my own character to kill him too. I really kind of prefer not to do that if I, you know, don't have to do that, because it's kind of a silly thing to do if you really don't have to do it. I mean, the enemy will do it to themselves, and you know, you'll see that kind of thing, and it kind of gives the enemy an advantage in a way. You know, there are times in the past where I would do that kind of thing just to hurt my own guys a little bit, just to entice the enemy to fight me a little bit more. And that's usually when I know they're going to retreat, and I know they're just going to kind of get away with it, and I'm really not going to be able to kill a whole lot of guys unless I lower myself down. I've noticed there are times where I'm, you know, I'm playing the game and battle hasn't even started yet. They're coming to fight me. They're attacking me. Attacks are going back and forth. And I didn't heal anybody up yet. But then I get to a point where I have a pixie and I throw protect on one particular character. Either they're very weak or they're very strong. And then the computer's like, you know what? I give up. I'm leaving because now they have extra defense. And it was just one protect spell. I didn't do anything at all. I put one protect spell on, and the enemy decides that because of that one little protect spell, now my army is so much better than they are. And I mean, they, in some ways, it might have already been better in any case, but just because they're so much better at that point, you know, that's the way to think. It's just, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I just got carried away there. You know, just trying to get back to this. I think they're pretty much just gonna head out now because I've killed off, you know, some good stuff. They don't really have a whole lot left, and I set up my hydras in a position so that I could get, you know, that that breath attack going down on Janfurner, or not Janfurner, but Camden, from 2 different directions. That was the reason why I did that. So I was just trying to set up for some, you know, good defensive, offensive positions, and I didn't realize he was out of the blue. But yeah, that shouldn't matter too much since you know, he's you know, he is what he is. But I guess it did make a difference at this point because I didn't get the kill. So yeah, this battle was I just kind of I guess I was just racing with the idea that I was going to be able to kill off a lot of stuff. And I just lost a lizard guard. So, oh well, I'll try, you know, better next time, I guess. But any case, that's pretty much it for the battle. So I hope you enjoyed. This is Trigger here, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.